Happy Friday, everybody. I'm down here. Happy Friday. I don't know why people say that. I'm saying it anyway. Happy Friday. I mean, it's probably not Happy Friday if you have to work on the weekend and it's sunny, right? I mean, when is that ever happy? Hey, not my pain, my day. I've got my, I'm going to show you this because this is behind the scenes. I've got my Insta360 X3 here. I'm going to attach it to my handlebars. I'm going to try and get some like POV for I don't know, maybe for Instagram reel or something. I was going to do a time lapse, but still kind of learning how to use it because it's a little bit different to a GoPro, but let's just put it on video. Can't actually see the screen, so I say I can't see the screen. I mean, I can't see the video up there, which alright. Battery life on it is real good. I mean, it's bigger than a GoPro slightly, so yeah, I've recorded for a fair amount of time with it. Yeah, it's not fully charged currently, so don't know if it'll actually last, but just thought it might be quite fun to see the pain face from a different angle. Literally right underneath me. We breathe in on it. I'll be like, by the time I get to the end, I'm going to be like this, like inches away from the camera. Actually, it doesn't have to be there, does it? I mean, I could have it, like, I could have it over there on the table, but the only problem with it over there is that I can't reach it to switch it on. So what, let's take it off. I'll just put it over there. I don't know if I can buy lens covers for it. I want to because I've slightly scratched the lens already. I mean that's what's. I mean you can stand it up on the table there. Make sure the angle on it is correct. I don't need to worry about angles when it's 360 degrees. Thanks for the heads up. We nearly ended up in an awkward position there. Yeah, I could have it mounted on the boom arm. But I don't know if I maybe I could stand it on top. Oh no, I think my parameter is dead. It gave me a warning last week last time for critical power Wahoo. Oh, put that over there. Oh, Niall is here. Tim Fulford is here. Most of you will recognise some of these names. So a bit of an impromptu stream. But something to add a little bit of intensity into my day. No one likes being sick, to be fair. It's not a good time. It's not a fun time. Hope you feel better soon. I've had a coffee about an hour ago. Am I going to regret that? Who knows? We're in full screen. No, we're not on full screen. The relay, yeah, maybe. I'm actually going to be at Long Course Wales. I'm going to do the bike leg on Long Course Wales. I'm looking forward to that. That's actually the day before the Dragon Ride. So I'm going to have a fairly intense weekend, I think. No, it's a threshold session, Ian. So still building on that, really. So I did 2 hours, just steady endurance this morning, and doing this now, of course. And tomorrow morning I'm going to start early, and I'm going to do around about 6 hours tomorrow, maybe. And then I might do some Zwift racing in the afternoon / evening to finish me off. Yeah, we'll see. Today's TSS shouldn't be that high, and kilojoules wise, energy shouldn't be that high. Should be around 2,300 maybe, but tomorrow will be massive if things go to plan. So if I can get 4,000 kilojoules done in the morning on an endurance ride, and then do some really intense Zwift races in the afternoon, you know, when I'm already essentially knackered. Then yeah, we've done it before, you know, we've done that before, but
you know, the races are all about turning myself inside out at that point. You know, you're not really there to see any personal bests. You're there to basically just turn yourself inside out. So it's not very often in training I go really deep. I could relate to what Ventop said at the end of one of the classics the other week, where he said, you know, he doesn't, when he empties himself in a race, he's like completely cooked. You know, there's a time and a place to empty yourself, and don't take that the wrong way, but there's a time and a place to be completely cooked by your training, and there's a method to the madness, as they say, right? So that is like the worst. I could have worded that any worse. Anyway. You know what I mean. So as soon as Neil's entered the chat, everything went downhill. How much recovery do I take after a hard week? Usually 2 or 3 days. Tim, I'm doing this event. Good evening, by the way. I really need to fix this, the sun coming in through this window. I need to get better blinds. Why is it only now it's bothering me? Surely it would have been the same last year or the year before. The room is so white that it just dazzles the screen. Oh yeah. Sorry, Tim. I was a little bit late having my coffee, and I don't know what are the excuses. Yeah, I was a no-show. I jibbed. Oh my word, 4. I'm glad I missed it now then. Life sport. This is pre-drinks. Let's sort out this. I think I prefer this route, possibly, because we don't do the. I mean, Obviously we don't go all the way to the top, but I prefer the running. Ah, you literally just missed the start by a couple of seconds. On one condition that we don't start playing that game until 1k to go. Actually, I don't think that last kilometre is over 7, is it? I think... Doesn't it shallow out? I'm not sure. Pretty sure it does. Could be wrong though. Be my pal AI. That's a name, isn't it? Yeah, of course I use erg mode, yeah. It does feel, it can sometimes feel more difficult. Sometimes it just feels awkward because that pressure is always there, the resistance is always there. I think it's got its uses. Maybe not in like maximal effort or any efforts that you're over FTP for a long period of time or sprint. But I think for sustained, you know, steady effort, I think, yeah. Yeah, got some trips planned. Well, tomorrow's supposed to be a 100 mile gravel ride, but my battery's dead on a gravel bike. Just found out now. And when I say dead, I mean actually like dead, not out of battery, like dead. So, on the road tomorrow. Yes, I second that, great film. Charlie's a big fan and converted. Into the sun. Yeah, still a bit of downhill left, isn't there? Well, not downhill, but... Yes, I would say a lot downhill. Yeah, there's a futon. Yeah. Oh. This is. Have a good time. Evening, James. Oh, Tom. Ooh. These riders are flying. Oh. Oh, my pal AI was ridiculously 400 watts for 53 minutes. Jeez. Oh. Well, if anybody's just jumping on Zwift now and you want to teleport to me, we're just going to ride to the top here maybe, so. Whew. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, chat, yeah. Pacing was very important there. We know how long that climb is. I mean, it's not 53 minutes, well 54 minutes, it's like, I don't know, what was it, about 45 minutes or... Is that the longest continuous effort I've done? Flat out, I think it, well, I say flat out, I mean it was paced. Obviously the last 10 odd minutes was much harder. And, oh yeah, I left the number 1 in there, blooming heck. Oh. What was I going to say? Yeah. I think pacing, you know, you know by now if you've seen any of these live streams where I've done these type of efforts, pacing is something that I feel like I've really got down to a T. And even if I'm on an off day and the numbers don't really matter, which sometimes that is the case, it's you know, it's the internal feedback, so it's also the way I feel, right? Like, if I'm not on a good day, you can still pace it to the best of your ability, but you wouldn't be using power. You might be using the heart rate, or you might be using perceived effort, like I said. So, how I felt there, you know, I didn't think I was on a, oh, keep going, Mark, keep going. Big hats off for your effort. Your effort's tougher than mine. Chapeau to that. But today, yeah, I felt like I could go deep, but only if I left it like late. I didn't feel not good enough, but I didn't feel sharp enough to just go like from like halfway, or you know, I had to react to how the race was playing out, and when those 3 riders started to ride away, I was a little bit, you know, thinking, am I gonna see these again? Like, there's, you know, it's 6-7k to go, 8k to go, and I'm losing the group, and you know, I know the draft effect is not as big on this climb, of course, unless you're in a very select group, either at the front of your race, or maybe you do have, you know, 5 or 6 riders. Maybe there is a small advantage, but you know, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You know, it's so when I saw the group when those 3 were going ahead, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see that front again unless either they come back to me or I'm able to lift it. And I had to gradually lift it. I didn't feel. I went a red there, where it started to get a little bit steep, although it's steep the whole way, right? But I felt like I'm going to have to make a considered effort. Once the gap started to get within like 20 seconds to the 2 in front of me, I was like, once it got to like 11 or around 10, I was like, right, I'm just going to make a big effort to get back to it. Because once you get back to it and you make a big effort, sometimes it can be like really useful psychologically for yourself to know, you know, right, I'm making a big effort, I can get across. And once you get across, you feel like you're winning. You know, even though you're not winning, you just feel like that type of effort, you're like, you know, you're on top of it. And it also makes maybe the riders around you think twice about, you know, oh, he was behind and now he's there. You know, and it makes a situation unpredictable. Right? And I think that's the beauty of negative split pacing, where you can finish stronger, because more often than not, you know, people will always go out too hard, you know, more often than not. So it's a law of averages. If you know people are going to go, you know, really hard, like well over their ability maybe, or if you know that law of averages they're going to do that, then there's sometimes a greater chance of you coming back into it later on. So, you know, there's always that. I love negative splits, you know, because psychologically you know you can finish strong, and that's very powerful. I think, you know, it's you know, you flip it the other way, and it's like when you're suffering coming to the end. I've said this like for years, but you're in charge of the effort versus the effort being in charge of you. You know, I've said that for a while now. It's you know when the effort's in charge of you, it feels like it's punching you in the legs. You know, but when you're in charge of it, like I was there, I was like, right, this is when I'm going to make my effort. You know, this is when I know it's 4k to go. If I start hurting now, there's only 4k to go. I loved, if you just watched the race where a fellow Welshman, Stevie Williams, just won his, I think it's his biggest race win of his career, quite frankly. I know he won the Tour Down Under, but if you listen to his interview post-race, he talked about on the Murder-Wee where he attacked with 300 metres to go. And it's the same principle. I might do a video on it, but I don't know yet. But like, he went there and he said in the interview that if he went there and there was a slight hesitation, you know, then he's got a gap. And then when he sees the 100 metre to go sign, he's just all out anyway. You know, everyone's all out. So if he's got a small gap, then psychologically, he's like, I can hold on to that. You know, I've already emptied myself. I can hold on for 100 metres. And psychologically, that's massive. But also, it's a tactical masterclass, because he's gone on the steepest section, and if he starts to die on the flat sections just over the top, you know, like 100 metres to go, 50 metres to go, yes, people could be coming back at him fast, but he's actually invested all of his effort in the place where it was steepest, where everyone was going the slowest. And so the attack was devastating because nobody reacted to it, and everyone was going so slow, in quotations. Like, it was devastating effort, and it's why it worked, because he knew if he emptied his tank there, he's not got that far to go. Like, if he blows up, he's going to hang on, you know, to a decent finish anyway. And the same principle there, but a longer effort. You're attacking, but you know you haven't got far to go. You know, it could be like Mark's a good example now, who's still on the climb. You know in yourself when you can empty the tank. It might be 1k to go, 2k to go, but you know, if you've paced it, and in this situation where the climb is fairly steady the whole way, you're like, right, I could turn it on now. So, yeah, there we go. So I'm not going to go to the top. I'll save that for another stream. I'll turn around and freewheel back down. But those 3 kilometers, I know it's like sacrilege, isn't it? We're nearly there, but we're heading back down. Whew. Oh, thank you. Thank you, yes. Everyone's efforts is relative up there. Ah. Free wheel challenge. I'm nearly level 69, look. It's about time. I use my power up. Oh, what happened to my power up? Disappeared. I'm gonna catch you though now. I'm gonna catch you. I just need to tuck. Come on, tuck. Tuck, 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 tuck. Go, go, go. Alright, thanks for tuning into the stream, everybody. I hope you have a good evening. Good Friday evening. Out in the clubs. On the Jaeger bombs. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. And I'll catch you the other side of the weekend. Have a good one.